ram in the bush.
Look, we still a business, and we had to take it. We had to handle it.
TidBit Tuesday, guys. Hey.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We were just a couple minutes late because of
Business. We're still handling business.
Yeah, the house phone came on.
Yeah.
So hi guys, hi. Welcome to
on
TidBit Tuesdays. Come on in the room. Come on in this room.
Come on in the room.
Yes. Come on in the room.
They just had to. They just had to. They've been trying to get some songs and how to work them in.
Yeah.
But hey, I ain't mad at them.
We have to have a song for everything.
We got a song for everything. Everything. All right. Y'all ready for the... There we are. We have to see the comments. You guys ready to sing our song?
You ready?
Yes. I won't come in loud.
Yeah, right.
Do you, Kaja?
Right, yeah, just do
you.
Be you. Do
Okay.
You can be off key, whatever, it don't matter. It don't matter. All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
We got TidBit Tuesdays. We got TidBit Tuesdays. We got TidBit Tuesdays. Yeah. With Kaja.
I'm Derica.
Jeff.
Oh, you see the hand. We was kind of like on key this time. I heard the harmony.
You heard the harmony?
I heard some
I
harmony.
think you came down from baritone.
Yeah, I came on down to a regular tenor. Regular tenor. Well, hi guys, welcome to TidBit Tuesdays. Again, we were a couple minutes late because we had to handle some business.
We're still working.
Yeah, we're working. So if the house phone ring again, you'll understand.
Right.
We're still a business.
Yeah. We can't let all the calls go to voice.
Right.
No.
So we got to take. I looked at that and I was like, oh yeah, we need to
Oh
take
yeah,
this.
we got to take that one. And that was another ram in the bush, won't it, Will?
Hey.
Yes, sir. So welcome to TidBit Tuesdays. We're continuing our series with the topic of purpose, passion, and what's your plan of action?
Yeah, and then today we're gonna kind of focus on. We talked a little bit about it last week, but we're gonna focus on confidence, and with confidence, we're gonna touch on marketing and branding and some things like that.
And not even with the business, it's marketing and branding yourself to others.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you go for a job interview and they ask you that question, tell me something about yourself. So,
and you get stuck.
And it goes back to the who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I always say, well, what can you bring to our company? So it's kind of like it ties back to who you are, what do you do, why do you do it,
and who do you do it for?
But for the most part, it just ties back into confidence. And I brought up earlier with Kaja and Jeff how whatever you're selling or you want to do, put some confidence behind you, and it kind of goes back to that self-sabotage. A lot of people don't pursue their goals, whether it's going back to school, starting a business, or just even applying for a different position because of that confidence. So how can you expect someone to buy into your service that you're providing? How can you expect someone to buy your product if you don't have confidence?
That's the truth.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
How do you build confidence?
That's a good question. And I am looking for some answers.
Well, I would say, it goes back to who are you?
Who are you? And if you're secure in who you are, the confidence will just flow, I believe.
I think it would. And it's kind of like if you know who you are, then you pretty much know the other things will just flow. But if you don't know who you are, then you're going to have some challenges. You're going to struggle. You're going to do the self-sabotage. You're going to have doubts. You're going to compare yourself with other people. You're going to overthink things, and that's just because you don't know who you are.
So the key is knowing who you are
And finding out
and
how.
finding out how you can do what you can do.
Yeah. I think once you like we've been talking about it all of our episodes about finding your passion and tapping into the thing that's in your spirit that you want to exude, right? Right? So the way that you can do that is all of those tips that we've been talking about, like writing down what you're grateful for, writing down what makes you happy, writing down those things in your life that you want other people to know about.
Right.
And even like with telling your story, that can bring about some confidence, right?
Yeah, of course. Like, you know, like Grammy Life, it's not a typical podcast. It's not a subject that anyone would talk about. But I'm finding that every time I do my episodes, is like I'm opening myself up. I'm telling my story, and my story is like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know that Derica went through this. Yeah, because I don't talk about it, but I'm talking about it, and I'm confident behind every episode that I do. It's kind of like I know who I am. I'm a young grandmother. I know I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, but I put the confidence behind it, and so therefore, when I talk about Grammy Life, I get excited because I'm confident in what I'm doing because I know who I am.
And we get excited too.
Yes, we do. And I think
Thank you, friends.
Yeah, and I think when you find that excitement, some people don't even know that when they're talking about something that they're being excited about it.
Right.
And so when you're excited about something that you know and that what you're talking about, that brings forth that confidence.
Right.
That excitement is confidence. That passion of telling your story is confidence. That's how you get your confidence built.
So can you imagine, we're just going to use Kaya, okay? So can you imagine Kaya having this seasoning, but like, well, I think it's good. I don't know. We just going to try it. Everybody,
I hope they buy
what is this? And you like, it's a seasoning. But
what do you use it for?
would that make you want to go buy her product? Or she's like, ooh, this is my product, you know, this season, this and that. Because she's excited, you can see the passion. I'll be curious. I'm gonna go buy it because she got me. I want to see what it's about.
Yeah.
She's hyping it. She's hyping her product up.
Yeah. You know, and like, and
yeah, it's good.
And like, it is good. Ooh, I made me some peppers and rice yesterday with some Carla lemon. Oh man. Okay, anyway, I digress. But I like, for me, I think different things that you may go through can also heighten your level of confidence.
True.
My thoughts are out there, so I told Derica earlier that she know what I'm.
We know who you are.
Yes.
All right, so
take your time. Look, take your time.
Take your time,
Jeff. Take your time.
Keep giving a speech. Take your time.
So for me, when we talked about transparency, and there are layers to everyone, and those things, if you're underneath so many layers, then your confidence is not going to be the strongest. But as you find ways to peel away some of those layers, your confidence will grow. For me, I've hinted at certain things, childhood trauma, and I didn't have a lot of confidence in that. But now that I am starting the work to work through and heal from that childhood trauma, I know, even just the thought of me saying it now, my confidence level, I can tell, is different than where it was last year.
And Marcus just said, I agree, Jeff. Under those layers are the truth. Exactly, exactly. Under those layers, think of an onion. And how many layers are there with an onion? You know what I'm saying? And when you get to that core, that's where your truth lies. That's where your confidence lies. That's where your being lies. But you have to peel back those layers.
So you got to dig deep.
Great point, Marcus.
Way down in the soul.
Way down in the jungle deep.
and you can't be afraid of becoming, and you can't be afraid of being. Those are two different things. And, you know, becoming and being. So it's almost like a butterfly. They're in a cocoon. They're becoming, and then when they break forth, they are their being.
Their truest self.
That part.
Their truest self. And that's exactly what we've been talking about, is your purpose, your passion, and your plan of action. Your plan of action can be trying to uncover some of those layers so you can realize who you really are. And that goes into the who are you, what do you do, why do you do it, and who do you do it for?
And if you're not certain, maybe you might have like a circle of friends or someone that you trust, and just ask them, like, when you see me, or
What do you see?
what do you see? Maybe that can help you begin the process of finding out who you are.
Yeah.
And
sometimes the truth hurts. If you ask the question of
Be
somebody
ready for
else,
the
be
answer.
ready for the answer,
Be ready
because
for the answer.
we may see ourselves as somebody totally different than somebody else may see us.
And the thing about it, like, for me, don't tell me what I want to hear. Tell me what I need to hear, because if you only telling me what I want to hear, then I don't know what I need to improve on. I don't know what I need to work on or get rid of or detach myself from. We all have to realize that we are here for one another. And again, Kaja and I, we like to watch Sonia Marie.
Sonia Marie, yes.
Derek and not so much.
I chime in.
And one of the things that she said in this last one was that we are here to help each other because we heal when we are a collective. Sure. And so those are so that when we're talking about peeling back layers and things of that nature, I need these guys to help me peel back some of those layers, because some things I didn't want to deal with, but now because of the confidence that they have kind of oozed on me from them,
Contagious.
I have now a level. I've leveled up to another plane that, okay, now it's time, because
and you're gaining that confidence.
Yes.
You're gaining that confidence to tell your story so that you can help other men. You're telling your story so that you can heal within yourself and not being. Sometimes those layers, with the onion, I'm good for an analogy, child. So that onion, the first 2 layers you throw away.
True.
Because it's dense, or it may be rotten, or it may be too much to cut through, right?
Yep.
It doesn't bring the flavor. So you keep peeling back those layers till you get to that core of who you really are.
And then what also happens when you peel back layers?
You just get to crying.
Release.
You release.
Release.
Yeah.
You release.
You release.
You
when
really
you
do.
start peeling back your own layers, you will find a release.
Yes.
You will come to that release.
You better preach.
Y'all need-
I
y'all-
mean,
y'all
no,
need-
I don't need it yet. But you better preach. Come on.
Deacon, I told you he got a word.
He got a word. He got a word down in his spirit, and that's what we're talking about, peeling back those layers so that you can find out who you really are, and so you can have that release, so you can find that confidence,
So
and
you
so
can
you can
heal from within.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And
You
you
gotta
can focus
heal.
on
That's it.
doing you.
And that's the thing, is like everything starts.
Very true, Brucina. This is what Brucina said. It often said that it takes a village when we think of raising our children. I honestly believe it takes a village for us, even as adults.
Yes, it
Put
does.
down those falsities of I don't need anyone, but realize truly no man is an island. You better preach, Brucina.
it.
That
That's
is
it.
so true.
Yeah.
So true. No man is an island. And everybody, we talked about that, your tribe.
Yep, your
In
tribe.
your village, to be able to find your tribe in your village and how they come is when you start peeling back those layers, and how you start finding yourself. Other people will gravitate to you, and you will start to gravitate to other people.
Right.
But then you become on this even playing field. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of each one teach one, each one bring one, each one mentor each other,
Right.
and everybody starts to level up together.
Mm-hmm.
So I was reading, I'm
good.
reading a discipleship essentials book, and it talked about the body.
I need you to survive. That's
Church,
right.
right? It talks about like the church, or even your body parts. So we have a body, okay? So just think, the arm. If the arm, we didn't have the arm, we would have to rely on another body part to get something done, and that just goes back to you do need people to elevate and things like that. So just think
to assist you along the way.
To assist you along the way, and that's pretty much like part of your village.
It's your village and your tribe, very, very, very much so. So again, how do we find our tribe? How do we find our village? By expressing ourselves, by telling your story. Because when you tell your story of what you may have gone through, you're going to help somebody else.
Right.
Or they may have a story that you may gravitate to that's going to help you through peeling those layers and finding that healing within yourself, so that you can walk in your purpose, so that you can have a plan of action to bring out that passion or that purpose in your own life.
Right.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good. Yeah.
That was good.
So one of the things that also that we was talking about as far as confidence and things like that, marketing and branding. We was talking about what attracts people to your product or what attracts people to you. You know, so Jerica mentioned earlier, like if you're in an interview and the interview person asks you, tell me about yourself, or why should I hire you, and you have nothing to say because you don't really know who you are. So, you know, I lost my train of thought on where I was
It's
going.
about finding, you know, like being able to know who you are. Talking about like, okay, I'm a connector.
Right.
So in an interview, I would be like, well, I am very good at connecting resources and people to resources, or resources to people. I am good with networking. I'm able to network with other people. I am good for, you know, those are the types of things.
Selling yourself.
Selling yourself.
And I saw this on this thing on Facebook, is how people, no matter what you do in your life, you are always selling something.
Yeah.
You are selling your personality. You are selling, if it's a business, you're selling a product or a service. You are selling you. You are selling your energy to your friends. Everything is an art of selling. What we get from it is different in every aspect. Okay, if you're selling a product, you're going to get money. But if you're selling you, you are selling you to your tribe.
And so you're going to get the energy that you want, you know, and even if you don't want negative energy, it all depends on how you're selling yourself.
Yep,
You're
selling
going,
your abilities.
Yeah, you're going.
Shanique just said, selling your abilities.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, selling your abilities. What are your strengths? You know, your passion. Like I said, if you believe in yourself, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's, you know, resumes, DPZ.
DPZ, Deandra, Precise Writings. If you need
Precise
your
Writings,
resume
right.
done, check her out.
So I was thinking earlier, I said, would you go to a hairdresser? Would you go to a hairdresser that's having self-doubt?
No.
Right. So it's
Come
like,
out all jacked up.
you want to go in looking like, you know, want to come out looking like Janet Jackson, but you come out looking like
Randy.
just a Jackson.
A Randy Jackson.
But it's all about, it all goes back to like
Jermaine. Come on, Jermaine. Come on, Jermaine. Yeah.
But would you buy a product from someone who does not necessarily have the confidence, or would you go to someone for a product or service who lacks that confidence? Because I kind of look at it like, you know, there's going to be mistakes made, but don't do that mistake on my end, because you don't have the confidence behind it.
Right, because I'm not going to go to someone who knows how to do hair, but you do not know how to do locks. That's I mean, from that hair analogy, yeah, you may be the bomb hairstylist, this that, and
I'll
other.
put it in there for you.
But if you don't have any experience with washing, maintaining, or retwisting my locks, I can't go sit under your chair.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. It's about that confidence, because even if you're selling a product or a service, you need to be able to put your best, whatever it is, out there for the next person. So if you are selling, I won't say selling a friendship, but for real, you're putting yourself out there to connect with other people who may be doing the best in their expertise as a person.
Right.
You know, you have to be your best self every day. Like Marcus said, the law of attraction, that's so true. I'm big on that. The law of attraction, you attract what you exude.
And speaking on friendships, I mean, sometimes within those friendships, you have to be different you have to be different in those friendships.
Oh, every
and
friendship
every
you're different.
and every aspect of it. You know, it's like you can't be the same all the time. Even though we may have been friends, we've been rocking this thing since I don't even know how long. But neither one of us is the same from the day we met. You know, or we started hanging out. So you have to be able to renew yourself within your friendships, because you can't do new things carrying those.
I had to jump on that.
Oh.
Like, was he gonna say it?
Right, but that's true though. Everybody is evolving. Everybody's changing, and we talked about this in a couple episodes before about the seasons and the changes of the seasons. Even though you're changing from any aspect in your life, some people aren't going to be able to come with you in your next season, and that's okay. And
be okay with that, because if people can't handle the evolvement of you, and they gonna fall off, and it won't be no skin off my nose, their nose, or anything. Everything has a time limit and an expiration date. That don't mean that does not mean that I don't like you, I hate you. It just means that,
or even that we got beef. It's just that my life is going in a different direction.
Different direction. Okay. When I see you, hey, what's up? How you been? But other than that, what used to be will not be, because your path and my path have shifted. You know, we may have traveled that road together, but once you get to that crossroads, my road is going to go.
Right.
Mark is preaching today. Mark is preaching. He said, when you change assignments, you often change the approach and the team members.
Hey, you have to. You can't, Marcus. You can't do every assignment the same way.
The same way.
No,
that's the truth. Sometimes you have different team members that take a case. What is a group assignment? Sometimes this life is on group assignments, and sometimes this life is on solo assignments and individual assignments. Even with your spouse, sometimes you have to do something good for you, and that person has to do something good for them. But at the same time, you're coming back as a collective, and you're building together.
Ooh, wait, because I didn't even let that marinate.
Marinate for a minute. That was good. That just dropped down in my spirit.
I felt that.
See? But for real, everybody is
getting it ready. I feel it coming.
Everybody is an individual, regardless of if you're in it together or not. Everybody has a purpose and a plan for their own individual life.
Right, that's true.
It does. He does. God said.
He did not make us to be the same.
Yes,
but He gifted us so and everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
You know, we just think we were all the same. Bree. This world would be so.
What was that you read about the that spirit of copying? God gave everybody an individual assignment. Yeah, I talk with my hands, y'all. Everybody gave you an individual. Everybody has an individual assignment for their life.
And
calling.
And you can't purpose your life after someone else's. I can't go and be like, I'm gonna be Chef Boyardee Jeff and go get me and make me some seasonings
ain't my calling.
That's not my ministry.
That's not my ministry. I'm just here
because
to
I see
in the words of Jocelyn Hines, that's not my ministry.
Because I see how Kaja's play was popping, so I'm about to get Jeff, whatever. You know,
a purpose.
Sydney, a purpose.
A purpose. Everybody has an
you,
individual purpose for their life.
You can't
just because
copy someone else.
No, just because you see somebody else popping with one certain thing, I'm going to go and do that too. I understand. Remember, I use the analogy with the bread aisle. You know what I'm saying? That even though you want to do, somebody's doing the same thing as you go down the bread aisle and there's 1,000 different breads, right? Whole wheat, split top, butter crust, raisin bran, Hawaiian. Now that's some good stuff that keeps Hawaiian now.
It is
but here's the thing: God gave you a purpose to make that 1-0 thing. Right. like Marcus, you need to be on the couch today. Finding and zeroing in on that one niche that you have, instead of looking to the left or the right and seeing what they doing and trying to copy what they doing. Zone in on what your purpose is, and go down that path of what God has for you and only you,
and what that talent is,
and what that talent is.
Because everybody don't have the same talent at making spices or creating teas and coffees and things like
poetry
that,
and production
and all of that,
helping other men, because we all build off what our story is. We all build off what has happened in our life, to peel back those onions to find out what it is that God has us to do.
Right.
That's not for me, and that's not for him, and that's not for you. It's for you and you alone.
As a Choice would say, what God has for you, it is for you.
That's it.
So Marcus, what did Marcus say? He said
he's finding and zeroing in on his. That's been his biggest challenge, because I'm capable of so much, so it's hard for him to focus on just one. Exactly, Marcus. Okay, so let's dig down into that. Can we use you for an example? So you have so many talents. God has bestowed you with so many talents. But what is that one that at 3 o'clock in the morning that keeps you up at night? Because that's the time that God is talking to you. What is it? What is it that one thing that just keeps on coming back around, that you still have not honed in on? That's the one thing that God is saying for you to focus in on and zone in on. Then once you zone in on that one, the others will start to build upon that. And then you will start to blossom. Onion blossom.
Ooh, that onion.
That you can dip in that good old sauce.
Right.
Okay, Marcus, he said writing.
Okay.
So in that 2 a.m. to 3 o'clock hour, that's when he always speaks to me. You get your notepad and you start writing down. About 4 o'clock.
About 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you start writing down. And in those moments when you're writing down what's being told to you in your spirit, that's when you're going to be able to put all of those things together.
So Marcus, when you say writing, is it like book formation, journaling?
It's gonna be a little lag, but he said it's midnight for him.
Midnight,
so
okay.
Yes, and in the midnight hour, God's gonna turn.
My body's rocking.
That's it. In that midnight hour, that's when you're writing down, and that's when you're receiving those little voices and those tidbits. To be able to put your story together and to make that blossom into what it's going to be.
Right. Okay. Inspirational self-help.
Okay. Inspirational self-help. So that's what you need to start talking about. That's what you need to start exuding. Is I am a connector for people for inspirational and self-help. Okay, start writing all those ideas down, and the way that you develop it and the way that it's going to come out for other people. Maybe in those YouTubes that you do.
That's right. Yeah.
Maybe in the writing a self-help book, anything like that.
Or podcast is the way to go.
Podcasting.
If you like to talk, create you a podcast.
I can't even talk. Around self-help and inspiration.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, we a minute over. Well, we did start 2 minutes late.
We did start. Okay. Yeah, we did.
Hopefully those little tidbits were helpful. This was good today. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
This is what Tidbit Tuesdays is about, guys. We are all trying to help each other while helping ourselves. We're trying to get that purpose and that passion for our lives in play, right? With what? A plan of action.
Because I'm telling you, the time is now.
The time is now.
Like right now.
Right now. You sitting at home on the couch watching us right now.
Or the one standing at the sink washing dishes.
Or the one I always say, behind the computer screen, because you're working from home and you hate that boss. This is for you. This is for you. It's time to find our purpose. It's time to find our passion through that plan of action. And the way we always end it is a word from the good book.
I have a word. Look, this is Kaya's Bible, y'all.
Do y'all know I got a Bible now?
She got a Bible.
Look, I said now.
She got a whole Bible.
Look, when I was picking that thing out, child, it got a little hot in that stove. We got a little hot trying to pick out a Bible, y'all. So y'all pray for me. God ain't through with me yet. See, I'm still trying to find my purpose and my passion and my plan of action. And I had to go to the good book. It was hot.
So we coming from the book of Galatians.
It was hot. It was hot trying to...
Oh,
Okay.
We coming from the book of Galatians, chapter 6, 9 and 10. It says, let us not become weary in doing good. For at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially to those who belong to the family of believers.
You're tried.
Your turn.
You're tried.
Galatians 6, chapter 6, verses 9 and 10.
Galatians chapter 6, verses 9 through 10. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. All right, somebody put that in there. And, Christy, you missed it? Yes, the playback. All right, this was good.
So we hope that you walked away with something. As they said on Big Mama, put some stank in it, put some confidence.
Put some confidence in it. That's right. And don't stop before you start.
Yep.
All of our sayings. Don't stop before you start. Write the vision, make it plain. Your passion will pay for your purpose.
Organize your butterflies.
And organize your butterflies. Organize your butterflies.
Organize your butterflies.
Just do it. Just do it. All right, guys. We got to end on our song.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to end on our song. Okay, y'all ready?
All right, we harmonized earlier. If y'all play this back,
did.
we harmonized. Okay.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
1. Why you looking at me?
Oh.
2. 3.
We got TidBit Tuesdays. We got TidBit Tuesdays. We got TidBit Tuesdays. Yeah. With Kaja.
Derica.
And Jeff.
Oh, you see the
Until
hand.
next week.
Bye. Okay, wait. I gotta scoot up. Derica bought me a clicker thing, y'all, but she ain't came in yet.
It ain't
Hold on.
in yet.
Ooh.